This is a new reel I've got today. It's the model is realistic TR101D. This one I don't see much information, so so I think it's probably rare, and of course it's cheap. That's why I bought it today. And let's see. First, let's remove the cover. So it's just like that. This is how the reel looks like, and I already plugged in. So if we turn on, you can see the lights up. There are power switch here. There are mono stereo switch here. There are 2 meters, and that's a recording level. It's left to right, and there are 2 microphone plugs. There are some buttons here, and here we have the speed control, and this is play direction, and it's auto reversing. So and let's see how this works. It's probably not working so great, I guess. And I don't know who made this, as all realistic model. This is a brand and of the Radio Shack. And in the old time, Radio Shack had the reel made in Japan and imported into other part of the world and sell it in realistic brand. This looks like some older Ampex reel, but I think this is really Japan made, and giving color of this to a record button. It's most likely either Sony or Sanyong. That's my guess. I really don't know who made this. So let's see if we get anything. Let's see her play. So the play, it's spinning and stop. Then I guess there must be a tape censoring switch somewhere. Let's turn it on. Okay, as usual, here's something. Yeah, this must be a tape censoring switch. Yep. So that's spin. So and it's done. So this looks like a Sanyong to me. The capstan doesn't work. Most likely it's built. And let's see. Fast forward. It's the same. It's rewind. Yeah, that's already because tape censoring switch here. So at least I know the motor works, and of course because the capstan does not spin, so we don't really know if this everything actually work. But I'm gonna take this apart, see how this looks like inside. I can see the screws. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's the 4 screws that we need to remove. Of course, I think I have to remove this first. But I suspect this is just this maybe just need to pull out, right? Yep, I think it's just pull it. Yep. Let's just pull this out, and this is also just pull out. Nothing else. Nope. I think everything else I just need to remove that. Jeez. Screws, 4 screws, that's my guess. 4 screws, I think. Yep, let's remove. So just as expected, there that's a model, and it's a single model, so drives drives a 2, and I can see this here, that, so I think that, and this capstan. So it looks like it's so that missing a build. So what's this? That looks fine. Yeah, looks like the counter is fine. And this, the rubber seems to still okay. This looks like just a brick. Wait, no, it's yeah, it's maybe a brick. The rubber of the idler seems still okay. It's not hardened. Then I guess the only thing I think the only thing missing is that the build of this, because I think they're supposed to be built from this to the capstan. That also seems okay. Alright, what is that now? I think this is oh, there is a rubber. So then why is the capstan don't work? There is a build here, see? That's built. So that means this does not engage as it should. So let's see. It looks like the build is still here, see? If I turn this, the model is still turning. So that means that let's see what's going on. So the model turns, and so that turns this. Why this is not turning? It's interesting. There's an I think there should have a, okay, that's why. So if we just press this, let's engage. So now this is not turning. Now it's turning. As soon as this engage, this thing is losing. Then this is not turning again. If I just maybe it's just need some grease or something like that. Way. That's fine. Okay. That turns that. What is that for? That turns that. That. Okay, because this is supposed to turn, but it's not. It's I think it's probably something related to the build of that. First, I would like to repair that or clean that because it's out. Shutdown switch, this moves too slow. and it is supposed to move faster. I think that's because this needs to be taken out for clean, because the button seems okay. First I need to remove this this C-clip. Just tile this out. Should be able to remove it, I think. Alright, it's out. Let's remove this C-clip, and I should be able to remove that. Either remove that or just let's see, how do can I just slide this out, or simply, yeah, I can just slide this out. So I think I can clean this for this button. See, that should be okay. But I need to clean this. Just get some alcohol inside, and just clean it like that. I think that should be okay. This I think that should clean the inside and out. For that, yeah, I'm really able to. Can I? So that's Can I remove that? Don't. Let's see if I can remove that. There is a screw, something like that. Can I turn this? No, it's probably not be able to remove that. Then I get this. Spray some contact cleaner. Then let's do that. Yeah. It's that sounds loose. It sounds free. It looks like more free. Then if we put this back, see if this gets any better. Okay. See? Now it's much better. Now let's see, after that it moves. That's how it's supposed to be. Moves like this faster. That's much better. Let's put a C-clipper back. I think I'm supposed to. Okay, so let's put back, and it's good. Yep. Next, I'm going to remove this pinch roller for cleaning. It's the same, just remove the C-clip. Let's see. Alright, take that out. Then let's remove this. Just get some alcohol here. Just clean this first. See, that's fine. Then I'm gonna clean this too. So that's alright. Let's see, we put this back. Yeah, that moves good. And just clean the surface. I use this to clean the rubber roller. takes a lot of effort to clean this pinch roller, but I think this is as far as I will go today, and I think that should work. Should be fine. I think it's missing a C-clipper for this capstan too. We deal with that later. Let me just clean this first. That should be. This is the capstan is small. Seems okay. Maybe I also get a drop of the oil here and put this back. Don't forget the washer. So washer. Then we have the C-clip. Okay, it's in. Yeah, that's fine. Now I have to move the whole thing out of the cabinet so that I can take a look at the build and the bank, see what's going on here, because this sometimes works, sometimes don't. It's nothing to hold this in front. It's gonna be something on the back. Yep, it's these screws, I believe. So let's see. I can see 5 screws. Let's remove those. Alright, so this is the last one screw. Let's see if I can remove this. I think it should be. Yeah, I think this. Something's still holding it. This side. I see. It's oh, that's loose. Yeah, I don't want to touch that. That's these 2 screws. I think it has to be removed. It's these 2. This one. These 2. Then I think I should be able to move this out of it. Yeah. I think that's it. So let's rotate this way. So I think I should be able to move it out. Yeah, let's move out this. Alright, I think it's out of the cabinet. Right. Okay, let's pull the cable out. So, alright. So it even has this the schematic taped as the back of the cabinet. So just like the other Sanyong deck I have. So then I have my guess this is probably made by Sanyong Japan. It's just my guess. And let's see what we have here. So we have on the back, it's the meter. I don't like the meters running around. Let's put the meter together. So don't move. Alright. So the back, we have this single model here. The model is fine. It's free, and so here is this build. Build seems okay actually. It's interesting. Build seems okay. It's a little bit loose, but maybe it does need to be replaced. I think it's a build that needs to be changed because it's not. It is loose. Even though, for example, if I turn this and I can move that, but if I turn that, see, now if I even turn this, that does not move. So so I think it's a build that needs to be it's this build that needs to be changed. So I'm gonna try to find a compatible build. To remove this build, I will first, I think it's easy. I think it's just first let's lose the build back. So now the build is loose. Then I can get that out. Once this build is loose, I just pull this off from here, route around this, and then I should be able to just pull the build from the back. Right, if I want to put it back, just reverse this. So I get the build out, and this is the one I'm gonna measure the size, and then get a replacement. Should not be very hard to find. And of course, I also have to. I think I need a washer here, and then I need C-clipper to keep this in place. I found some washers, but it's just too wide, so I will just cut it. It's not looks great, but it should get the job done. Yep, two of them. Alright, so I'm gonna pull this the washer here, and let's see, it's move freely, it's fine. The second washer down there should move freely. Yep, and I have to find I think this C-clip is okay. It's in this shape. It's about as a good size. Yeah, I think that's about as a correct size. But I have to have something there too. So that, yep, that's better. And then I can get the clipper on. Oh. Yep. And let's see if I can get the clipper in. Alright. Yep. Seems okay. So, yes. I still have something. So I might need another one. It's I think I need another washer here, otherwise it's not gonna work. Now I have 3 washers. See if this work. It's 2. Let's put this 3, the 3rd one. Put up. Let's see. If this is too sink, I suck. Let me see. If I do this, yeah, I think this is too sink. Then so I cannot just use 3 of this washer. I guess I have to find another way. In that case, I'm just gonna cut the 3rd part and to use this as a washer, because this is slimmer than that. Let me cut the hole here. Okay, see if this works. I will put this at the down there as the first. Okay, and let me put the 2nd one here. Then the 3rd one. I think this might work. Do I, yeah, I think this probably exactly just about right. Let's get that. And let's get this to place. I think that's probably okay. In, right? Yep. Yeah, I think that's okay. It's not scratch anymore, and it holds this in place. And let's see if this will. It seems not interactive with the pinch roller, so I think that's fine. Now let's see how this works. And let's turn it on. Let's hit play. Now it's spinning, so I guess now it seems works fine. I guess then I just need the correct build. Remember, now the one I have right now is a very slim one, and it's probably won't last very long. It's another. Yep, seems fine. Another thing for this deck is that, remember, this is out reverse version. So that means when it goes this way, when we have this out reverse sensor fall past this, it's gonna switch to that. And I think we can see that if we do the sensor fall here, see, now it's this on, then it goes that way. So that's how the out reversing working. The glue build comes in. I'm gonna put this to the deck and see how this works. Again, first we're gonna take out the old build. Let's use that. We take this and then put it right here. Put in the little build. Insert it this way and should be able to put it down here. Here we go, and route to it, and then let's route to this side. Okay, it's routed. Yep, it's seems okay. Then let's power up, see how this works. Now plug in, power on. It looks like it's spinning, also spinning there. Let's say if we press play, it runs fine. Go to another side. Yep, looks good. Let's try switch speed, see how that works. Okay, let's see. Running, lower speed, even lower, faster again. Seems good. So now I think everything is fine after I changed the build. The old build I measured 14 centimeter circumference, and the new build I bought is 13 centimeter circumference. I think if you, I don't know what's exactly circumference of the original one. It's clearly certainly not 14 centimeter. So my guess is that the original is probably 13, and so I think you can buy maybe 12 to 13.5. That's probably okay. Depend upon which one you can find. Another issue for this deck you may encounter is either slow fast forward or slow rewind, especially when one of the reel has a lot of tape. For example, right now, if I just do fast forward, you can see how slow this is, and eventually it stopped. So, and I know some people will say, oh, it's because of the motor run cap, the run capacitors, but it's not. For this deck, that is because of the brake pad. I'm gonna show you. Let me take this out. And let's look at the table here. You can see we have one brick here when we do fast forward, we have, you can see for this deck, right? We have one brick here. If we do the fast forward or rewind, the brick will lift up. That's great. That's good. Yeah. However, once you lift up, you can see there is another brick right here. Let me see. So let me do this way. It's probably clear. Can you see it? It's right here, right here. So that's another brick, and that brick is engaged constantly. So because the reason it's slowing down is because that brake constantly applied to the turntable, and because this force is too strong, then it is slowing the whole table down. And this brake, this one, so that's the one, and that is the strings is controlled by by losing the two screws here and move the whole thing that way or that way. So if I move to this way, it will be a stronger force to for this to break. If I move that way, and the force will be relaxed. So I'm gonna adjust this, and you can see the difference. So now I'm gonna lose the two screws. It's one screw loose. I'm gonna lose the second screw and move this that way, so that the force will smaller. Let's do it right like this. Oh. And you can see, I think you can see the difference. So let me type this again. And if this doesn't work, then this spring needs to be changed to less stronger, because the spring is probably too strong. Then I have to change this to a much loose spring. But I think just by move this that way, it's probably reduce the force a lot. We'll see. Let me pull this back. Remember previously this bearing move? Where is seats? It's here. Okay, here we go. Let's thread this. Thread this, and let's do this. See? Now this moves freely, or much better. So there are one for this table, and there is another one for that table. So whenever you found out that for this deck, whenever you found out you have a slow rewind or fast forward, it must be that constant breaks. Let's see if this can go finish. If this cannot finish, then that means that brake force is still too strong. Then I have to find a different spring to change. So get a smaller force for the brake. Right now you can see it's clearly slowing down. That's also because of the brake there. In fact, if I just manually push the brake away from the table, it's probably, see, it runs faster. Now I manually push that brake away from the table, so you can see how fast it is. And if I put it back, then it's gonna slowing down gradually. But if this kind of finish the winding of the whole rail, then I think it's fine for me. Otherwise, because I already moved to that to the extreme, so I don't think I can move it further anymore. It's like this. I guess I probably have to change to a different spring. Let me just push that brake so that it can move. Finish this. No, maybe it can. Yeah, it stopped. So I have to push this away. It's really because of that brake. There is another possibility I realized. That's the two idler, the pressure force of this two idler are different. For example, if I do fast forward, and if I just turn this idler, and I can feel that it's kind of loose. If I go rewind, if I do the same thing, I can clearly feel that this idler give a little bit more force when pressed to this turntable. So that means the pressure of this is probably too small. To adjust that, I have to take this out, then bend a small pin down there. So for that reason, first I have to remove this this E-clip. Alright, let me remove this. Should be out. Alright, so that E-clip out. And there is a washer here, as usual. Okay, and then take this out. Yep, just pull this out, and I can see the small pin down there. So it's the pin there, down there, and I just need to bend this pin a little bit so that it can give a little bit more force when it's pressed to the turntable. So let's bend this a little bit. So it's let me see. Okay, I think I bent a little bit. Save this work. So just I think it's alright. So let's just put this on. Let's do that. See if a little bit better. It's probably still not strong enough. I will do it more. See if that works. But I don't want to bend this too much, otherwise it's just feel complete not working. Yeah, I think I bend it a little more. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's as far as I go. Otherwise, I think I will. If this doesn't work, then I will just change the spring of that. Let's see. Washer screws here. Since I'm here, I just give a drop of oil for the idler. Let's put this back. And then the clip. Okay, let's get the back. Okay, it goes back. Yeah, this may not work. It's very interesting. I think I found out the true reason why this side the torque is always less than this side. The reason is actually yeah, I will show you. Let's see if I go fast forward. See, this idler should now pressure to the now pressure to the table, and if you look at this idler, let me see. Yep, it has one each touch this, another each should touch that. But if you look carefully, I don't know if you can see it clearly, but actually, see, this does not really touch that. So there is a very, very small gap between this and that. And if we say this side, if you look carefully, this actually touches that nicely. See, this and that. And again, see this side, and you can see this is actually this tilted this way. So then the upper edge, this does not really touch that. There is a very, very small gap. Let me see if I can clearly show this. Yep, here you go. See that? There are very small open right here, so that's no good. That's because this should touch that, so that this will move. And the reason is because when this moves like that, this goes this way. And the reason, of course, is because this pin gets loose. Now I have to take out the idler and also the arm, which is just take off some the E-clip is good, easy enough. And now, yeah, and you can see I can see this and you can see this is just see, it's too it's actually loose. I think this is a design flaw, and because this that's not a screw. This is simply something supposedly installed originally. It should not lose like this. I don't know if this is really because of the age or it's the design. So, but I have to think about a way to make sure this is not loose. The first way I think I'm gonna try to use super glue, like JB Wonder glue. Not really to not use that to glue this, but really I think I can use that to fill in the gap so that this will not move or lose. So I'm gonna try that first. I have put some JB Wonder glue here. Hopefully it's gonna fill in the gap. Also, I intentionally put a little bit more this side so that it will prevent this to move that way. And I don't think it will make this completely stand still, but hopefully it will at least give some strength or force to it to prevent it move too much. And I'm gonna let this second set for 10-12 hours and come back to see how this works. It has been 12 hours since I get the glue on, and actually I think it's now seems not moving anymore. I'm gonna put this back. And by the way, I think maybe I should have used solder, iron solder. I think that's probably better, but we'll see. If this doesn't work, I will just use solder this for it. And some oil here. There's some oil here. And let's put this back. Okay. For it. Then let's get this. Yes. so it's good. Alright, so let's see if we push this against it. Now it's touch. You can actually see it. Now see that, and if I actually do this, now it's touch. There's no so see right here, there's no gap anymore. So now I'm gonna turn this on and see how this works. And by the way, I also adjust, let me also adjust that to put that to the original place, because now we should have much more torque for it. So let me put this brick back into the original position, which is like that. It should give better stop power. Okay. Alright. So let's say if we do that, let's see. Yeah, it's much better torque, and we can put this again. See what's the difference. I bet it fixes the issue. Okay, let's route. So now let's see. So now let's press fast forward. See how this works. It seems works fine. So actually, when I look at the check the operational manual, I also see this small paper that says reel-to-reel fast forward doesn't work sometimes. So I guess this is really have an issue from the beginning, especially given the status of the I can see the heads pretty much never been used. So I guess it has an issue with the fast forward in the beginning. And that's really design or I would say manufacturing problems there for this. And remember this, I did this using the glue, the JB Wonder glue, but I don't know how long this will last, because you know glue it's not really a permanent fix. Especially when you do this, it's a huge force pressure there, and if in the future if this broken again, I will try change to iron. I will change to using the solder. Then that should give a much better results to make sure this will not being pushed away from this tape up there. I think that's final solution for the slow fast forward problem for this deck. So all good. I'm gonna put this back, and I think then we can do a real test.